Another day in the office, another day in the dungeon. Well, you see, here's the thing. I've decided now I'm going to be doing my workouts and I'm going to be posting them. And so here we go. Today is going to be a very super light workout, and we're going to basically work on our little pump. We're going to work on the chest, we're going to pump the arms. Okay. And while we do that, um, I'm going to be commenting and I'm going to be talking about exactly what it is that I'm doing and why I'm doing it. As we know, everything that we do, we're going to do with intention and purpose. Otherwise, there's no point doing it. So this is very important. Anyone who knows me, they know very well that Mr. Stephen Olema always has a saying, which is what? What is your intention and what is your purpose? You see, um, anytime you're working out, you got to make sure you have a goal, and there has to be an intention behind each workout, and it has to be a purpose, which means that everything must be accounted for and everything must be done deliberately and everything has to be done intentionally. So also, as you can see, I am posing a lot before we even start this. And posing is very important. So here we are. I don't have much, as you can see, I don't have much in terms of weight on the bar there. This is literally, believe it or not, less than 100 pounds. I have 25 pounds on either side, and the bar itself weighs 25 pounds. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about 75 pounds. Um, so I'm just literally just really getting blood flow into the muscle, and that's really what it comes down to. Nothing, nothing extravagant here, nothing out of the ordinary. Just very lightweight, just a lot of repetitions, and making sure that the blood gets into the muscle, and you get a little pump. I'm headed out to Wonderland today with my kids, and just wanted to get a little pump before I go out there with the kids to Wonderland and have a good time for the day with the kids. So here we are. So this is the bench press, as you can see, flat bench. Um, Believe it or not, I hardly do any chest, and for obvious reason, my chest grows very quick. This chest that you see, me flexing as such, this is really something that I developed from ever since I was a child. I've always been very active with the chest and with the arms, and I think like everybody else that starts off working out as a child, the first things that you always want to work on are your chest and your arms, of course. And so a lot of beginners, including myself, that's what we did at the time. And in my case, I already had a very good, very good foundation because I had good genetics for chest development. So, um, which means that my chest already has developed a point where I don't need to really lift heavy, or I don't really need to kill it. In other words, uh, destroy it the way that I used to do it to get it big, or get it back in shape, or you know um, or firm it up. Okay. And I also am dealing with injuries. As you can see here, I'm trying to stretch it out. Every time I do a set, you'll see me doing that. And that's because I have this injury that affects my shoulder, my chest, and also uh, behind my shoulder uh, in the rear. So something that I've been working around, working with, because whenever you have an injury, you kind of work with it or around it. So this is what I've been doing. And that's another thing what I have to tell you, just regardless of what injury you have, if you really want results, you can still do this thing. But you gotta want it. And again, so This is exactly the reason why I train with extremely lightweight, as you can see from my chest. Because what this does is also partly therapeutic, partly rehab that I'm doing. And of course, later on, I will go to things like 2 plates, 2 plates and a half, or whatever, as far as 45s are concerned, and but I work my way up to that, and because it's, I haven't trained the chest in a long time, and like any other muscle that you haven't trained in a long time, you would be a fool to go in there full blast thinking that you're gonna lift your heaviest weight, right? Again, you see me adjusting my chest, my shoulder, my rib there. I mean, it gets quite uncomfortable, but that doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop me from doing what I gotta do as far as building the chest. Okay, so here we are. We're moving now to the dumbbell incline presses. I love these. These feel a lot more comfortable than when I do the flat bench or barbell presses. I think because of the range of motion, I'm quite able to, find the position that's comfortable in terms of, engaging with the weight and pushing it and so forth. And it's also a very good exercise in terms of building the upper chest. And a lot of people, as you know, um, they might even have good chest, but it's always in the lower portion. The upper chest is really nothing. So when they flex, you don't see the striations. You can see with my chest that I don't really need to do much. As soon as I flex, you could always see the lines and the striations just protruding through my muscles. I really honestly have not been training uh, as far as real training is concerned. I train right now just for maintenance. And this is the beauty of it, right? Like if you're in shape all year round, you don't have to kill yourself. You can, maintain decent shape all year round, and stay in shape, um, so that inevitably when the time comes, you get back into it, you certainly, you're right where you need, in a better position to begin all over again, right? So this is what my trick has always been. I've never been out of shape in the off season, if you will. And anyone who knows me, that's always been me. Um, so, and again, here we are flexing. I do a lot of flexing between my sets. Um, although this is a lat spread, but if you have a good chest, you can see, you can actually make your lats look really impressive if you can engage your chest at the same time, you know. Uh, so it's 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 a blessing, I have to say. So here we are, we're doing that again. As far as the dumbbell incline presses, and of course I will do several sets of that. Um, and in this case, what I'm doing is I'm basically doing 3 to 4 sets for each body part, if you will. And since I'm doing the chest, it will be 3 to 4 sets of each exercise that I do for the chest. And I think I'll probably be doing what? This is now my second exercise for the chest. So 2 exercises for the chest. Um, I'll probably do 2 exercises for the arm as well, right? That type of thing, or 2 variations. But this is just again a slight little pump, a pump, so that you know I'm going out with my babies. I'm going now to Canada's Wonderland, and you know it's summertime. It's hot. Definitely take the shirt off and enjoy the weather, right? So it's a great feeling, and at my age too, a lot of people, I don't see any 25-year-old that looks better than me, right? We're talking way not. I'm in my 50s, by the way, in case you want to know. So I dare any 50-year-old step up and challenge me in the way they look. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You can always maintain the shape that you want. You can maintain the physique that you want, but you gotta want it. You have to want it, and you have to work towards it. And this is a perfect example of where every little bit counts, right? Every little bit counts. Um, You know, again, very light, super lightweight, and you can see, right? The physique speaks for itself. Right? Okay, less than 100 pounds on the bench press. Okay, 40 pounds on the dumbbell incline press. You know, extremely lightweight. I mean, this is weights that I usually use for warming up when I'm in my peak training form and I'm getting ready for a show or training towards something, right? But because I'm lean all the time, look what happens, right? I don't need to go heavy, and I can stay light and still look fantastic, right? Again, flexing throughout the workout. Very, very important, because what that does is it allows you to what? It allows you to really get control of your muscles. And if you have control of your muscles, it's a beautiful thing, because when you step on the stage and it's time to for that flex off, you know, inevitably the judges are going to be looking at the guy who has control of his muscles and be able to control his muscles. Um, that's the person the judges eyes are gonna go towards, and you want to be that guy. So you want to be the guy that constantly, uh, flexing and posing and so forth during your workouts. Um, and I personally hate it when people do it in the commercial gym, but I mean. You have to be reasonable, right? If you're like, this is a studio. I have my studio, the dungeon, aka the dungeon here. I can train topless, so there's no excuse why I shouldn't be flexing and seeing how my muscles look, right? So, but I mean, just because you're in a commercial gym doesn't mean you can't do that. You just have to be conscious of your surroundings. Really, that's what it comes down to. Um, you know, especially if you're a pro, this is, or this is what your profession is. It's another thing if you're just another fitness enthusiast, someone who's just doing it for the fun of it. But if you're going to step on stage, you can't be shy of posing and flexing your muscles and trying to gain full control of your muscles, because inevitably in the end it'll help you. Okay, so as you can see, right, you see that deep crevice by the side? You don't get that just like that. That's years of training. And look, just what is that, 75 pounds of flat bench press and 40 pounds of incline dumbbell presses. Look what it's done to my chest, right? The chest is swollen up as big as someone who's probably, when you see guys in the gym pounding heavy weights and they don't look anywhere close to where I look, or have that nice, decent look on the body, so again, it's how you lift the weights. It's not how much weight you lift. That matters, yes, but that is usually if you're looking to get stronger, you're trying to get much, much bigger, then those kind of things, then you have to worry about, okay, I have to lift heavy, um, and so forth. But even when you're lifting heavy, that comes along with the eating. So you cannot be lifting heavyweight as such, and then at the same time you're not eating that enough food to complement the training, right? Now here we are, we're doing some bicep curls. So we're doing the conventional bicep curl. Again, very lightweight. We're talking about, well, that would probably be about 25 to 30 pounds. My weight's a bit different. We got the real legit heavy duty. We're talking steel here, nothing rubber coated here. And then of course you got the bar in the middle, and then the welded uh, bolts on the sides. So that adds weight to the poundage that I have. But here we are doing the bicep curls, conventional bicep curls, and then we switch over, right? We're gonna switch over to hammer curls, right? But we're doing it with light weights, so that way we can do the exercise in itself very strict. As you can see now, I'm doing the hammer curls, very strict as possible, but that gives the muscle a nice contraction, right? When you can give the muscle a nice contraction like that, what ends up happening, right? When you give the muscle a nice contraction like that, you're going to give the muscle shape. And this is exactly the trick to looking good all throughout the year. A lot of people are afraid to lift light weights because they always thinking, oh, I'm not going to grow and this and that. But, you know, you can lift heavy weights and you just look like a piece of shit, you know? So you got to think about what you're trying to accomplish. This is bodybuilding. We're going for a look, right? I mean, you know, inevitably, you're going to get stronger anyways when you lift weights, whether you like it or not, right? So as you can see, right, I keep going back and for as many reps as possible. And I generally go to failure, right? When I'm doing these type of light workouts and stuff, I do them very strict so that, you know, I get very intense contractions, okay? And um, and that's exactly what I'm looking for, right? So here we are. We're back now to the chest again, right? We're going back and forth. Sometimes I'll do chest, and then I'll go to the arms, and then come back to the chest, you know, and sometimes go to another body part, depending on how many body parts I'm making. I'm sorry, how many body parts I'm working on, right? And I can do that because it's extremely lightweight. If it's extremely lightweight, you can do that, right? You can easily do that. I mean, it's a different thing when you're training with heavy weights. Then you got a problem, right? But when you're training with light weights, you can go from body part to body part, body part to body part, exercise to exercise, exercise to exercise, right? With less rest in between, right? So here we are, lots of reps again, under 100, that was at 75 pounds. We're just pumping it out, right? And you can see what it's done to the shape of my chest, right? And of course, my abs, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, I have the best ab training system in the world, okay? And I'm gonna show you that later on. That's gonna be something special for you guys, right? That's probably the best kept secret I've had over the years. I've developed my own abdominal training system that I'm going to be releasing one of these days. And you just wait for it. You will see what I mean. So here we go. Now we're going to the tricep, you know, and with the tricep, what am I doing? Right? Close grip, right? Close grip, again, with the same weight, 75 pounds, and just do a lot of reps. You know, I'm just getting a pump here, right? Remember, this is all just getting a pump to maintain muscle and as well as, you know, just to feel good when I'm going out there today with my kids and so forth, right? And I do this a lot. Before I leave the house, sometimes I like to get a nice little pump. Like I usually like to work out before I leave the house, you know. And not only because it makes me feel good, but I kind of get the workout out of the way, you know? Um, and that's why I love doing it before I leave the house. So here we are again, right? Close grip, right? The arms are a lot closer inside, right? Almost as if they're about to touch. I would say probably about 3 inches apart. And then, of course, you just press. Man, I just ate, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Ooh, burp. But here we go. Yes. So you just press that, right? Lots of reps again. Elbows as tight as possible to the body. Right? You can see that my right hand side, I struggle a bit because of those injuries, but it's okay. I'm still able to work with it or around it and just, you know what I mean? You can also see that I have sometimes problems locking out my right arm, my right elbow, right? So again, these are things that are very important. Like you gotta keep track of your injuries. See, right there, I'm trying to stretch that out, right? When I do that, like I really feel it there. I want to stretch it out and just sometimes I can when I do that, I can feel my chest just pop, go pop, right? It's as if I have two bones that are not lined up and one is below the other and the other one is above the other and I gotta pop them back together straight or something. It's a weird feeling. I need to find a legitimate bodybuilding muscle doctor or something of that nature, someone that knows something about muscles and ligaments and tendons and it's serious about that kind of work because I have not been satisfied by any of these so-called specialists. They haven't been able to figure out what the fuck my problem is. Okay? So, right? So, right now, you see, because I stay lean in the off season, believe me, I can get away with having 2 meals a day, right? 3 meals a day, just like a regular person, you know. You know, I always took the different approach, and my approach was always to grow towards a show. It was never one of those guys that uh, believed that you had to get really big in the off season and then, and then try to lose all that weight back again, so that you can, uh, get the look that you want on stage. I've always felt that if you stayed lean all throughout, it gave you a better chance of gauging your body in terms of how it's functioning, but how it looks. And also, as such, as you're doing that, it allows you to control your body that much better. You see, so these are the kind of things that uh, that's helped me over the years. And so when I have control of my body, that means that I can make my body respond accordingly. So if I want my body to grow towards a show, I'm capable of doing that, right? If I wanted to, you know, do it the other way, where as everybody usually does it, which is trim down for a show, I could do it that way. I just seem to find that it's better the other way. I believe other bodybuilders have done that. Kevin Levrone, I believe, is one of those guys that believes in doing that, and he's been very successful over the years, as we know. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, it might seem like it's something out of the ordinary for a lot of people, but it really is not. So here we are, posing away, um, which is very, you gotta pose, you have to pose, flex those muscles, get control of your muscles. So here we are trying to do some back poses, chest poses, and arm poses, whatever. Okay. Um, Before we go back into our next set of dumbbell uh, incline presses for the chest. Okay. Again, very lightweight, that 40 pounds, and just rep it. Just rep that thing out, man. Rep it until failure. You know, um, counting reps is something that you can do in the beginning. Okay, when you're starting off. As you become more advanced, I think it's, very important to start getting yourself in tune with your body so that you have that mind and body connection. And when you have that, right, you no longer need to go just by the numbers. You go by the feel of the muscles, right? And when you do that, that means that you're going to failure. Okay? You don't just do your workouts just because, oh, today I have 3 sets and I'm going to do 10 reps for each set, and that's it. And you come in and you do those 10 reps for each set and then you're done. Not taking into account that, oh, today I might be stronger than yesterday and I should take full advantage of that. Or maybe not even taking into account that today I'm feeling stronger. Um, Yesterday I felt weaker, or today I feel weaker. Yesterday I feel stronger. Today I feel stronger. Yesterday I feel weaker. You need to know these things, right? I mean, you have to be aware of your energy levels every day. And that's going to make a difference in how your workout is going to end up for the day. Okay. So here we are, we're doing what? Tricep extensions, overhead tricep extensions. Okay. One arm, right? Again, using 25 to 30 pounds and just rep it out. Get those repetitions out there. Uh, it's all about maintenance, right? Getting that pump in there, maintaining your physique, so that when the right time comes and you want to now kick it a notch to the next level, you don't have to struggle as much, right? Because you've always been on top of your game, okay? You've always done your maintenance workouts, okay? And you're not one of these people who's always saying, well, yeah, no, I only have half an hour, so I'm not really going to get a good workout out of the half an hour. I will wait and do it tomorrow, you know? And that's how we most often sabotage ourselves, right? I'll do that tomorrow. I don't have enough time. Not realizing every little bit that you put in makes a difference. Okay? So this is tricep extensions, overhead, one arm at a time. I like doing these ones. These have always been my favorites. Um, it also allows me to know how weak and how strong each one of my arms is, you know? And by knowing that, It allows me to, how can I say it? Um, Organize and engage my workouts accordingly, right? So these are the things that I want you as one of my subscribers. I want all of my subscribers and anyone that's watching these videos. Okay, if you're watching any of my videos, these are the things I want you to understand. Every little bit counts. Okay, even if you have 15 minutes, believe me. Okay, take that 15 minutes, 10 minutes, do your workout, okay? And build up on that, okay? You just add another 10 minutes on top of that. You keep building up on top of that, and you keep doing that, what happens? All right? Inevitably, you reach your goal. This is very, very important, folks, okay? Don't always look for that 2 hour workout or 1 hour workout, and think that's the only way you're going to be able to get in shape. And that if you don't have that 1 hour or 2 hours, then there's no point doing the workout. That is the biggest mistake you can make, right? What you want to do is you want to make sure that you take advantage of every little time, okay? Every little time that you have, right? To make sure you take care of your health. And it begins with the workout, and it begins with holding yourself accountable. Okay? When you can do that and be accountable to yourself, look in the mirror, right? Look at yourself and say, what do I want? What are my goals? Okay, what is my intention and purpose behind this workout? Intention and purpose behind this workout. What is my intention and purpose? And I'm telling you, when you have that kind of approach, you will get results. Okay? Because you're holding yourself accountable. You're holding yourself responsible, right? And you're not looking to external factors to justify, right, the results that you're getting in the gym. You're looking to self. You're looking in the mirror and holding yourself accountable and saying, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to do this because I can do it, and this is what I want. And there's nothing more satisfying than to be able to say that this is what I want, and then you go out there and you actually do it and achieve it and accomplish it. And that's something that no one can ever take away from you as well, right? So it's really that simple, right? So at my age, okay, over 50, okay, here I am looking superb, right? I'm telling you, the envy and jealous of the envy of many people. Let's just put it that way, right? The jealousy around me sometimes is just too intense, man. But it is what it is. Hey, you want it, you go out there, you grab it, and you get it. And those who don't want to do that are the ones that are gonna be looking at you, and saying, "I wish this and that," and inevitably, hey, you know, what you put out is what you get. You know, there's nothing that you're going to accomplish in the gym without putting in the effort. Okay, so this is very important for you to keep in your mind. And remember, the competition is yourself, it's not anybody else. Okay, and once you start competing with other people, and then that's when you're gonna most likely get yourself in a situation where you're not gonna accomplish your goals. It's another thing now. Even when you see, even if you were, let's just say, a competitive athlete that competes on the stage, you know, you cannot do anything about the judges. Okay? In the end, the judges are going to decide what they want to decide. What you want to do is you want to come in the best shape that you can. A lot of the time, if you have done better than last year, the judges might not even know. But as long as you know that you did better than last year, guess what? You've accomplished. So this is why it's always better to compete against yourself and never measure yourself, right, with other people. Okay, um, of course, you can look at other people for inspiration, but that's as far as it should go. Okay, look in the mirror. They say if you look in the mirror and you don't see a friend looking back at you, you got no friends in this world. If you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, well, let me tell you, nobody likes what they see when they look at you. It must begin with you. You hear me? Thank you. If you look in the mirror and the person looking back at you does not like what they're looking at, then you got no friends in this world. You need to understand this true reality of things. I have always understood this from long time ago until I heard Dr. John Henry Clark say it out loud. And I knew I was on the right path all along. Hear me? Subscribe, 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 subscribe.